up, guys? Today we're going to change the oil in my 2021 Ford Bronco with a 2.7 liter in it. I wouldn't usually change the oil in my cars, but the Ford dealerships suck. So I've called two Ford dealerships within 5 miles of my house. One of them never returned my phone call. The other one returned my phone call. I called them right back, and they sent me right to voicemail 3 times over the past week. So I'm done dealing with that, and we're gonna give it a go. This is my first oil change in the car, and you're gonna learn with me. I've watched a couple videos on YouTube, and it seems pretty simple. So let's give it a go. Okay, from what I've watched online, seems pretty simple. I don't have a whole lot of tools here because I'm not at my race shop. This is just in my tiny little garage. I got my oil pan to drain the oil in, channel locks, a 15mm socket. I got a crescent wrench because I don't have my torque wrench here, filter, and I got 2 jugs of Pennzoil oil. I'm not sure what the best oil to use is, but this is from what I read online. Next step, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Hood latch. Booyah. Come out to the hood, reach underneath. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the beast engine. All 2.7 liters, you know, times that by 3.5, and that's the race car engine. But it's a good little grocery getter. Next, we're gonna crawl under the car because, of course, I don't have ramps or a lift at my house, and unbolt the skid plate. Well, there's tons of room. Not get this open. Okay, I just pulled out the plastic drain plug. I'll tell you what. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey to take it out. It wasn't the most graceful. This sucker, like, when it's unlocked, and it, like, shot out like a waterfall. So, you know, now I got a little mess to clean up on the floor, but we got her out. She's draining. While she's draining, we're going to pull out the oil filter. This one's kind of weird. It's like on the top. So it's time to pull that apart. So the oil filter is right there. It's actually above and upside down. So I got some channel locks. I think you can use like a 21 or 22mm socket, which is probably ideal, but I don't have that here. So I got the filter all unscrewed. I actually switched to my crescent wrench, aka strip awl. And let's see how much mess I can make pulling this damn thing out. Alright, that's weird. We're going to pull these O-rings off. They come with a new filter. Okay, don't make fun of my workbench because this is the wash machine. But here's the oil filter housing. There's a couple O-rings you got to pull off. And the filter came with new O-rings. So use like a pick or like a small flathead screwdriver. Boom. O-rings off. I got oil over my hands, so we're going to lube up the O-rings with the oil in my hands. You know, good view of the backyard from my washing machine. Roll these puppies on. tiny one is kind of gnarly. There we go. Got her. Okay, with that, we're going to slide the new filter on. It doesn't look like there's a top or bottom. It's like identical. It's just like a little cylinder deal. Boom. Ready to go. Okay. I got the area all kind of cleaned up down in there. And now we're going to install this new filter. There is a proper torque setting. 23 Newton meters, I believe, or something like that. But we'll have to make it snug and then check that later. Okay, now that we have the filter all replaced, I'm going to crawl back under here and I'm going to reinstall the oil plug. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Rotate till she clicks. Wipe off all the extra oil that's on there. Okay. And I'm going to clean up this freaking mess I made and put the skid plate back on. And if you guys have ever cleaned up oil or grease or anything, this stuff, Purple Power, is gnarly. Like, it pulls paint off stuff, so I sprayed a little bit of that on my freaking mess under there. Boom! We'll get her cleaned up. Okay. I know the lighting kind of sucks under here, but anyways. Slide the skid plate back on. The skid plate actually like slips underneath the front skid first on one part and over it on the other. Oh, I was wrong. Under it on both. And start all the bolts first and then cut them up. While I was under here, I saw this rear drive shaft. Look at that thing. It is huge. It's got like gnarly grooves in it, cut in it. It's like splined on the outside for some reason. Massive though. It's like 3-inch tube, but then look at it tapers down to that little guy into a CV on both ends. Wild. Anyways, back to oil change. Okay. So this is where your fill is at. Pretty obvious. Got a little oil deal on it. Cap. Like any other car. Got a filter, red line. It takes about 7 quarts, so we'll put about 6.5 in, and then we'll check it. Set that right there. Now, like I said, I just grabbed this Pennzoil Platinum. I think I spent more time staring at oil than I would in my race car. You know, I just use Joe Gibbs in the race car. I don't know what to use in a damn car. I never change oil in my cars. I'm gonna give this a go though. I mean, it looks like oil. Smells like oil. Alright, my camera rigging's kind of ghetto. It's actually on the Gatorade bottle right here, but from what I've been told, it's super cool. Is if you press the brake and gas pedal all the way to the floor and then press the start button, it'll crank the engine without it starting so we can prime the oil system. Okay, so we let it prime. I'm gonna go walk around the car and make sure I got no oil leaks, check the oil, and then we'll top it off and give it a go. Okay, the dipstick is actually, you know, marked in yellow. It's actually wild. It's in the top of the valve cover. Taking a look. It looks real close to full. Check it again. That looks good. I put in about 6.5, 7 quarts of oil. I'm gonna check by the filter. No leaks. And we check underneath. No leaks, we good. Okay, the next step is to reset the oil light. That's what I've been told. Is you press the back button, scroll down to settings, hit oil life. It's going to say 0% remaining, press and hold OK. Boom, 100. We done. Shut the hood, make sure it's latched, and go for a rip. Make sure to check the oil. Well, thanks for hanging out with me while I change oil my 2021 Ford Bronco. Again, I would usually not do this, but the dealerships near me suck. So we gave it a go. It seems super easy. I think anyone can really do it. The basic tools, you need like 3 tools and a filter and oil. Let's see if we have to do any other maintenance.